Hello, my name is Jay Karolanko, and this video is designed for choir students who may have some experience with solfege singing, but not a lot when it comes to music theory or reading notes. I encourage you to study up on that because it's important to be a well-rounded musician, but I'm going to show you some cool tricks today that can help you find do in any major key. In the United States, the majority of choir singers grow up learning to sight sing in a system we call movable do. What we mean by movable do is that you can take the familiar solfege syllables do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do and transpose them up or down to fit any song we are trying to sing. This is particularly useful as singers are often asked to sing in many different keys. Think about the warm-ups you might do before a choir rehearsal that ascend one half step at a time. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Each level of the warm-up had a different location for do. If you have ever heard a singer ask if they could do a song in a higher or a lower key, they're essentially just asking if they can move the location of do higher or lower. We could sing Mary Had a Little Lamb on this pitch, Mary had a little lamb, or we could sing it a fifth higher on this pitch, Mary had a little lamb. But when you look at a piece of music, how do you know where do is? For this, we look at the very start of the piece. In between the clef and the time signature, you will find an arrangement of sharps or flats which tell us which notes need to be raised or lowered in order to establish a specific key center. This is called the key signature. When adding sharps or flats to a key signature, they are added from left to right and follow a specific order. As stated in the intro, rather than cover all of the music theory behind this, I want to show you a quick trick that you can use to find do. We will begin with sharp key signatures. If you are in a key signature with sharps, look at the last sharp added, the farthest one to the right, and look at the center of the box formed to see if the sharp is targeting a line or a space. In this example, there is a line cutting through the center box, so we know that it is targeting the fourth line of the staff. For sharp key signatures, the rule to memorize is that the last sharp will always be T. If we know that this is T, all we have to do is go up one space to find the location of our high do. You can then alternate lines and spaces to figure out all of the other solfege syllables, including low do. Let's try another. Here we have a key signature with 6 sharps. Go to the very last one on the right, and we see the center of the box is targeting a space this time. Following our newfound trick, this space is T, and the line above it must be do. As done before, we can alternate spaces and lines to figure out all of the other solfege syllables. We will now take a look at the rules for flat key signatures, which follow a different rule. In flat key signatures, we still look for the last flat, but instead of it being T, this is now fa. In flat keys, the last flat will always be fa. As the center of the flat is targeting the second space of the staff, we can label this space as fa. Knowing the location of fa, we can alternate lines and spaces to find the location of high do, or count down to find low do. Let's try one more. Here we see 5 flats. We can go to the very last one on the right, and we can label this note as fa. We can alternate lines and spaces to find the location of high do, or count down to find low do. There is one exception to both of these rules. What if you don't see any sharps or flats in the key signature? The only key that doesn't follow these rules is the key of C major, which doesn't have any sharps or flats. For this one, you just need to memorize that low do begins on the line below the staff, or that high do is located in the third space. As with the other examples, knowing the location of just one syllable unlocks the location of the rest. This key may already be familiar to you as this is often the first key that students learn in their music education. And it's that simple. Just follow these steps. Always look at the last sharp or flat, And if it's a sharp key, the last sharp is always T. And if it's a flat key, the last flat is always Fa. Alternate lines and spaces to find Do and any other solfege that you might need. With these tools, you won't have to rely on your choir director to give you your starting solfege syllable in any sight singing example. If you're on an audition or you're simply in choir rehearsal, you can combine this knowledge with your solfege superpowers so that you can hear everything in your head before you have to sing a single note. Thanks for watching.